Hi everybody. I want to go over the week 11 assignments to explain a little more what you need to do. So the first item on the list for this week is to check my feedback on your Unit 3 outline. And it is very important that you look at my comments because I will help you with any problems you may have had to make sure that your final paper will be great. So you want to look at my comments. While you're waiting for me to grade your outline and post those comments, you should move on to the second bullet. So don't wait till you see the outline. Move right into the reading that you need to do for this week. And this week, we are looking at CSET resources. So there is a link here. When you click on it, you will go to the CSET resources, and notice that this is not just one page. This is a collection of pages of information, and you will need to review all of them. Just to give you some context for what CSET means, it is a way for you to effectively use information from your sources when you're writing a paper. And the CSET is an acronym, and each letter stands for part of this process. So C is for claim, and this is your idea or position or idea that you are proposing in your paper. Setup is when you introduce your source. So here's what my point is. Here is a source. Again, you'll need to read more about how you do that. E is for evidence. So once you've introduced your source, then you give the specific piece of evidence from your source that is supporting your claim. That could be a quote or a paraphrase. And then finally, there is the tie-in. So once you've given that piece of information from your source, you need to, in your words, tie that in to what you are trying to say. Now, that's a lot to each of these steps, and if you notice the pages, there's a page on C, S, E, T, then some common problems and some examples, and then at the end there is a CSET challenge. Please take that challenge, which will show whether you understand how to do this. So, while you're waiting to get my feedback, make sure you understand how to use CSET in writing your paragraphs for this paper. Another piece of learning material that you should read is paraphrasing and your argumentative research paper. Again, these pages are trying to help you know how to effectively use the information that you found in your sources. All right, so now once you have seen my feedback on your outline and you have read all the learning materials, you are ready to go to this week's graded assignment. And that is to choose 2 body paragraphs from your outline and write them out as full paragraphs. So again, you are going to choose 2 paragraphs from your outline. Now they have to be the body paragraphs. So if we open up, let's see if this will open up the outline template for you. So when you look over your outline, the outline is divided into different sections that correspond to different parts of your final paper. For the CSET paragraphs, you will be using 2 of your claim reason paragraphs. So there are 3 of those paragraphs that you will have in your final paper, and you may choose any 2 of them. It could be the first two, it could be the last two, it could be the first one and the third one. That doesn't matter. When you are writing the paragraph, use your outline to show, to use the information that you have on that outline. So you're not starting from scratch. You're using your outline with my feedback to now write the actual paragraph. So when you're done with this week's assignments, you will have 2 of your paragraphs completely written for this paper. Now keep in mind, this is not the introduction. It is not the counterargument. It is not the rebuttal. And it is not the conclusion. It must be 2 of the claim reason paragraphs. Again, whichever 2 you prefer. All right, so using the model of CSET, you will write those paragraphs. When you are done, there is a link here for you to submit that document. The document merely has to have your 2 body paragraphs. They should be double-spaced, and you should have indented the first line of each paragraph. And I would prefer that you arrange them on the page in order. So if you are doing claim 1 and claim 3, you do them in that order. If you're doing claim 1 and 2, don't start with the second claim and follow it up with the first one. Put them in whatever order you listed them on your outline, unless, of course, I told you to rearrange them. All right, so for this week, you are writing 2 of your paragraphs, which will eventually be in your final paper. And get those submitted before the deadline, and you will be in good shape. Let me know if you have any questions.